Welcome to Iconic Talk Show in conversation with Pratik from Trello Events.
Thank you for having me here, Niraalee.
It's my absolute pleasure.
I'm honored. Thank you.
What has been your journey from inception to now with Trello Events?
So I started Trello during the time when I had a banquet called Sanskruti Banquets behind Babulnath Temple. And from that time I realized that wedding planning and design in a production house is going to be very important if I really want to grow apart from banquets.
Right.
So in 2014 I started Trello and my journey is still going on.
Lovely. What are the different services Trello offers to their
So
clients?
basically now Trello has a presence in India, which is in Bombay. And apart from that, we are based in Bangkok and Phuket also. So Trello is what we do is wedding consultancy, is what we consult our client what kind of wedding it has to be done. Then comes the wedding planning, which we start planning with it. We have an in-house travel team which takes care of the travel bookings and hotel bookings. Then comes your logistics. Then comes your hampers, giftings, design, production house. Now the best thing what we started is honeymoon planning also. So we plan the whole honeymoon for the client.
Add-on services.
And now the best service is the pranayam service, which we have been started offering to our wedding clients.
Lovely.
So the same what celebrities to take it, so we make them feel special after the wedding because as it is they are so tired.
True.
So all those services is what Trello has to offer on the table.
Right. So it's only weddings, or do you have other verticals also?
It is dedicatedly weddings and events is what is our forte. But apart from that, travel is also something what we cater to, where we cater to experience travel. What we've started doing is, for example, if someone wants to travel, someone is a foodie and he's dedicatedly non-vegetarian. So we have gastronomical food tours for Thailand, which we started. Apart from that, if someone is more into culture, so we have cultural tours which we've started. So it's different. It's all customized what we curate. And as I come from concert and event industry, my whole idea is more of the curation part. So I can curate and give the best experience to my clients.
Absolutely. Custom experience.
Custom experience is what we are looking forward to and growing slowly, gradually.
Right. So you even work with different clients who want to do birthday parties, anniversaries.
We do, but more into destination.
Wedding and birthdays and anniversaries.
Most of the things what we look forward to do for our clients is destination is what we are looking forward to.
Lovely, that's great. A very important niche, which is...
Yes, and more niche is something of a luxury wedding.
True.
Is what we're trying to create our niche in the market.
How do you define luxury in the wedding industry?
So, for example, first of all, who has a good budget
Yes,
is
absolutely.
what luxury, and who is ready to explore the new verticals, new ways to do weddings.
Yeah.
We don't want to stick to the same routine, how weddings is happening, the same Haldi, Mehendi. We want to more on the carnival, theme parties. Okay, wedding is something we would want to always focus on because that's a culture which is very, very important for me also.
Right.
And but events is perspective. We want more quirky, more fun loving and engaging. My main reason would be more of an interactive party. I don't want people in my wedding or an event, I don't want people just coming and sitting and making a group and sitting over it. I want everyone to be a part of it. That is what I look at.
Ideation. Right. Can you share with our audience the process of coming to Trello, getting an event organized or wedding organized, and what is the process which you have at Trello Events to take your client on a journey in planning the wedding?
So for example, if a client comes to us, firstly we consult our client, like what is there in their mind, whether they want to do by the sea, beach wedding, mountain wedding, whatever their choices are. Once that is happening, then we come on the budgeting part. What is their budget per person is very important. Normally what happens, clients say you start working, but we say no, we can't do that way. You give us a rough budget per person, we will start working accordingly, because otherwise we go around the bush, it doesn't work.
Reverse planning
Is what we look at,
right.
Because otherwise I don't want to waste my client's time, I don't want to waste my time over it, and I don't want to waste hotel's time also.
True.
So everyone is focused on what the client's needs are. So I would want all the clients having a very perspective that what is there in their mind. So then comes your first is the destination, what destination you want. After the destination, we start working, the hotels are booked, then your stationery is there, makeup artist is there, bridal wear options we have, jewelry designers we have on board. Then we have the design and production house, which is an in-house base. We have our own production company, which is Trello again. And apart from logistics is a part of it, hampers, gifting, wedding trousseaux, everything. We're one-stop solution for a wedding
Absolutely.
or any event.
So a client coming to you to plan a wedding will have an end-to-end solution
End-to-end
with
solution.
Trello events.
Yes.
Right.
And we have been catering to a lot of MICE clients also. So a lot of corporates also we've been taking care into MICE is meeting, incentive, exhibition
Absolutely,
and conferences is what we curate. And there also we have been giving a lot of experience thing to our clients.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What is the USP of Trello events?
Trello is basically the USP is first of all one-stop solution. Client doesn't have to go anywhere.
True.
The client can focus on their work or business,
Right.
and they have us on the phone, which they can just call us and ask us the status. And sometimes eventually now we've planned something called as daily updates. For example, client, we've blocked a client. Every day there is an update. This is happening today. So by the end of the day, they have an email or a WhatsApp message that this has happened. And we have an eye to detail and attention towards it. So for example, if I'll give you a small example, if the table is not set properly, what's the point of it? When you have paid a wedding planner or a curator so much of money,
True.
if things are not proper, why?
Absolutely.
And I believe Trello has been developing that thing. And at the same time, if you look at lot of weddings or a lot of Sangeet videos, if you look at afterwards, you see people's faces which are blue, green, white. Our team is so sound and technical. You won't find that in ours. So technicality plays a very, very important role when you're doing a wedding. At the same time, engineering, how are we setting up things is also very important. Because if like I started my work in Mahabaleshwar at Saj Resorts. So in Saj, it used to be so breezy. So the structure had to be put it in such a way that tomorrow if there is a lot of breeze, the structure shouldn't fall off.
Right.
So all those technicality, once you start working in hill station and all, that is where you understand, oh, this place has this thing. Like in Saj, when we used to do weddings, the whole of Saj in the valley, in Mahabaleshwar, there is no neem ka patta available. In Gujarati and Marwadi, there is a neem ka patta is very important in one of the rituals on the wedding day.
Right.
But we used to tell our clients prior that this is not you're not going to get it here. So you make it a point, you get it from your hometown.
Absolutely.
So that is more of the detail what we look at.
Perfect. Lovely.
Yeah.
Sustainable weddings has been the talk of town.
Yes.
So what are your takes on sustainable weddings?
It is a very good thought because you're saving a lot of things towards and you getting things back to the nature. For example, we've also started doing that. For example, flowers. So we have been giving to an NGO to make agarbattis, for example.
Wow.
So whatever the waste flowers, we segregate
Right.
them. But the spoiled ones, we throw it off or it goes into decompost. But we have been following that slowly. Not too focused, but yeah, we're trying to.
That's great. What are 3 ways we can make a wedding sustainable? Beat any wedding. 3 ways. How
Three
can we
ways,
make
first of all, non-plastic, zero plastic use is first thing.
Absolutely.
You use flowers where it's needed, not overdo things, and keep minimalistic.
Perfect.
Because if today's time, the thought of the people is also minimalistic. They don't want that tam jam. They want nice, more of interaction. It has to look at the wedding, but not too much tam jam. And that is not what I look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2023, where do you think the wedding industry is going to go?
It's going to take its new heights. Yeah. And I think I myself would want to take weddings back to our culture. As you know, our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, has been taking things back. Like
Absolutely.
he's taking us to the roots. And
True.
I think we should all do that.
Right.
We should look forward.
So when you talk about cultural weddings, can you share some insights on how would you plan a cultural wedding in India?
So for example, when you go back during the culture times, the weddings were very well focused in the temples.
Right.
So I would wish to do a wedding in a temple or make a nice temple. Most probably I would wish to do a wedding in a temple, but nowadays it's not allowed. But that is something in olden times it used to be done.
Right.
Yeah. And apart from that, I think during like in Marwadis there's an event called Sajjan Kot, where
Right.
you make people sit down and feed them. That
Right.
is again our culture in Gujaratis. We call it Pangat.
True.
So I would really want all the weddings to be done that way. That is how you're making the person feel special, that you've called them for a wedding,
Absolutely.
rather than their buffet services. I don't really enjoy, but you know how things work.
Yeah.
But eventually, if I want to do, I would prefer my client to do it that way, because that is how you're going to make them feel.
You say about culture and weddings. Give me 5 destinations in India which are the epitome of culture in doing a wedding.
So first is the south, is what is it. Then Rajasthan is a part of it. Gujarat has also got a lot of heritage sites which we can. Even Maharashtra is one of them. Yes, I've got 4 in my mind as of right now. And Sri Lanka, as it's a part of us only.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having us board on Iconic Talk
Thank you so
Show.
much, Niraalee, for having me, and it was lovely catching up with you.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to make more stories and more memories.
Oh, absolutely.
At
We'll have a
Trello-
new chapter of Trello
Yes,
events.
and at Trello we put spotlight on your story.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for coming
Thank you
over
so much. Thank
and
you.
investing your time with Iconic Talk Show.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.